Okay, this is a tutorial to show you how to crochet the popcorn stitch. The stitch is fairly simple to make and it creates a raised bump on the front or the back side of the fabric. I happen to really like this stitch, but it tends to use up a lot more yarn than most other crochet stitches. You will see some variations of the popcorn stitch, so always be sure to check the pattern for instructions. Basically what you do is work 4 to 5 double crochet stitches into the designated stitch or chain. In this tutorial, I'll be working with 5 double crochet stitches. Okay, then once you have made your double crochet stitches, simply remove the hook from the loop and insert it into the first double crochet that you made. You can either insert the hook through both loops, or you can insert it from either the front or the back loop. I prefer to use both loops, but in some cases you might prefer to use only one. And to close the stitch, simply pick up the dropped loop and pull it through. That connects the last double crochet to the first and causes the center stitches to form a bump. If you like, you can work 1 or more double crochet stitches right beside the popcorn stitch, or you can also chain 1 and then skip the next stitch. In this case, I'm going to chain 1 and skip the next stitch. Then once again, I'll work 5 double crochet into the next stitch, and you remove the hook from the loop and insert it into the first double crochet, pick up the active loop and pull it through. But there is another way to finish the popcorn stitch so that the bump appears at the back of your work. With this method, you can work your popcorns into every row and have them show up all on the same side of the fabric. For the demonstration purposes, I'm going to work them all from the same row. So to make the bump at the back, simply work the 5 double crochet stitches into the designated stitch or chain as normal. Okay, and then remove the hook from the loop, and instead of going in from the front of your work, insert the hook from the back to the front. Then as before, pick up the dropped loop and pull it through. This method pulls the right sides of the stitches together in order to form the bump in the back. So once again, I'm just going to chain 1, work my 5 double crochets into the designated stitch, remove the hook from the loop, and instead of going in from the front, go in from the back and pick up the loop and pull it through. And that's all there's to it. The beginning popcorn stitch is used when the popcorn stitch is the first stitch in any given row or round. It is generally started off with 3 chains, which count as the first double crochet. So I'm just going to chain 3. And then I'm going to work another 4 double crochet stitches into the same first stitch. And that should give me a total of 5 stitches, counting the first chain 3 as my first stitch. And then I simply remove the hook from the loop, and I want to insert it into the first chain 3, going into the third chain, and then I just pick up the drop loop again and pull it through. And that's your beginning popcorn stitch.